Welcome everybody back to practicallyandroid.com, where we go through practical, beneficial ways to use your Android in everyday life. So yesterday we talked about Pulse and how seamlessly you can go through all your RSS feeds. Today we're going to talk about another RSS reader. It's called Google Reader by Google. And I predominantly use Google Reader, and I'll tell you why. The cloud. So that's a kind of a cliche or a very buzzword that a lot of people use. What does it mean? Basically, Google with the cloud, a lot of what you do is stored. Just think of it as in some hard drive that's in a cloud that follows you in the air, and that whenever you want to access your data, as long as you have access to the internet, it can somehow magically access this hard drive that's in the cloud that's always above you. So that's kind of whimsical, but hopefully that gets the idea across. Because the reason I like the cloud so much is that, in my opinion, mobile phones, Android phones, are awesome when you're mobile. If I want to look up a website and I have a big computer or laptop in front of me, I'm not going to go to that little screen and that little keyboard and type things up. I'm going to go to my big nice computer. But what's nice on my phone, let's say if I'm using Pulse, is that I already have everything bookmarked. I already have which articles I've read and which ones I haven't. Whereas if I go to the website, I have to kind of scroll through ones maybe I've already read. I have to type it up. I guess you can do bookmarks on your computer, but there's still just a sense of lack of continuity about that. With Google Reader, you get all that continuity and more. And first, I'm going to show you how it works to set up Google Reader on your phone, and then how that works with your computer or any other device. Okay, so I already downloaded Google Reader. It's the icon next to the Pulse app, and I'm going to go ahead and tap on it now. And this is how it looks when you first download it. So you're going to hit accept after you read that mobile terms of service, which we all do. I'm crossing my fingers behind my back as we speak. And then it's going to ask you, which account would you like to set up? And of course, if you have an Android, you had to set up a Gmail account if you already didn't have one. So you would just tap on the account that you have, or you can add a new account down here. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and just tap on my account there and let it sign in. Now this sign-in process usually is very fast because I am recording this screencast on this phone. It kind of takes up a lot of system resources. So typically it's really, really fast. But so listen, I have already gone through, I use Google Reader all the time. I've already set up a bunch of subscriptions to different websites, and so once I sign in somewhere with Google Reader, all my blogs come up. So see, look at this. I just barely downloaded this app. I had done nothing else except tell it, "Hey, this is my account," and it searched. It pulled up from that hard drive and that magical cloud above me in the air. And now I got all my articles, all my feeds, all my subscriptions. Now I am gonna mention this isn't as beautiful looking as Pulse. That's like the first thing you realize. But I'm more of a functionality type guy. That's why I started Practically Android, because I'm all about practicality, functionality, and this does it for me. So let's show you this. I'm gonna tap into my mobile stuff. These are some of the websites I subscribe to. Android and Me, Android Central, of course, Practically Android, just to make sure that the blogs that we put up are working okay, and the official Google blog. So I'm going to come into here in Android and Me. These guys are awesome for like news about Android. And I'm one of those phone geeks, so yes, I do subscribe to Android and Me. And again, it's the load time on this isn't very realistic. Just to remind you that I am running this screencast. It takes a lot of system resources for the phone. But what I'm aiming to show you is that let's see here. Oh, look at this. Google Plus Pages and Direct Connect available now. This is something that I've been waiting for, to be able to do a practically Android page on Google Plus. It's going to be awesome. But anyway, I'm going to show you how this works. So as you can see right now, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 unread articles. If I click on one, let's say I'm going to start reading this this post. Got it. Okay, so I'm reading it. That's awesome. I can't believe I just read all that. I love it. Now it's not highlighted because it's red. So I can now go, if I were to go on my computer and go to Google Reader, which is just basically google.com/reader, it would show that there's only 4 unread articles. It would show that this one here I've already read, and that's just seamless. Now I'm going to show you how you can set up to I'm going to long hold, and I'm going to unsubscribe to practicallyandroid.com, and I'm going to show you how this works to be able to now that we've gone over the benefit of it, I'm going to show you how you set it up, kind of some of the logistics. So basically, you go into your app, and when you log in, obviously there's going to be zero feeds on there, unless you've already set this up, in which case, awesome. But all you'll do is, with anything, you're going to hit your menu button, and there's if you see on the top right hand corner of those options, there's subscribe. So I'm going to tap that, and you can search in a couple of different ways. The browse, it works pretty well. I found some actually really, really good blogs, some really good sites that I check out by just going through this function. But typically, most people, you can give it a shot. It's kind of like the categories. I can't remember what it was called. The packages that Pulse offers. But for like most things, you can just search for something specific. So I'm going to type in Practically Android, and you could even do like the exact address. You can like do Practically Android, www.practicallyandroid.com, or CNN.net or whatever. So anyway, you hit search, and it's just going to search for a bunch of options to you. So bam, we're the first one there, practicallyandroid.com. I think this one here is our Portuguese site. So I'm just going to tap it, and then this is kind of cool. This is also different than Pulse, because with Pulse you just tap it and it adds it automatically. With this one, it gives you kind of a preview, which I think is really cool. So again, this is taking a long time, but only because I'm running the screencast. But you would kind of look at the content and see if that's up your alley, and you can either say no thanks or subscribe. So I'm going to hit subscribe, and now I'm subscribed. So I'm going to go back to this is slower than what it usually is, but basically it's going to put it down here at the bottom, and you can put it in folders, and we'll go over that later. But basically all you do is you long hold it. So there's practicallyandroid.com. I'm going to long hold it, and I'm going to change folders. Change folders. Okay, there you go. And I have a folder called mobile stuff, or mobile something. So I'm just going to put it in there. Mobile stuff. Bam, so scientific. Done. And so you can kind of sort all your RSS streams into nice specified folders, and that's kind of how that works. Pretty fun, super useful, and Google Reader was just updated with ice cream sandwich functionalities, which I'm super excited about. If you notice on here, it kind of has that same effect as Pulse, where you just do swipe side to side to go from one blog to the next, which is really quite nice. I'm going to tap on that first one, and you know, just swipe from side to side. Kind of nice, kind of nice. So anyway, that's how that works, you guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to drop on some comments on below. And you know, I've mentioned this a couple times, but I really want to bring it home. We're here for you guys. You know, if something is working that you know that we're doing, let us know. If something's not, let us know. Oftentimes, some of the coolest things we do is because we get some cool feedback from our readers. So anyway, you guys rock on. Keep loving that Android phone, and remember, for a more practical life, practicallyandroid.com. Take care, y'all.